Hi Libra, this is your reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's get started here. What is happening for my Libras at this time? What is happening for my Libras? The Four of Wands. The Ten of Wands. The Three of Cups. The Nine of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. The Hanged Man. The Lovers. So, Libra, I feel like some of you guys might feel like something is too good to be true. We also have the High Priestess at the bottom. There's something that you feel like, it's almost like, okay, for some of you guys, definitely this is a lover, or it's two choices that you have to make, depending if there's another person, like two different people you're choosing, or say there's two different directions you can go in life, right? The lovers doesn't always have to be an actual lover. This could even be a family member for some of you, but you know what, whatever, bear with me here, okay? Because everything is a little different. It is a general reading. But I'm getting that for some of you guys, you've been working on your own stability. You've been trying your hardest to almost like bring into you a partnership that you can actually like and enjoy. For some of you guys, you've been working hard. Life has been a little bit of a burden for you, but you're still trying to go out with people. You're still trying to have a good time. There's a lot of you guys that still have that defensive energy when you walk out the door, though. So you can have a good time, but you have this stay away from me energy. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you're trying so hard to attract a partner into your life. And you really want somebody that is actually genuinely going to appreciate and love you for yourself. But the issues that I am seeing is that you have this very, like if you look at this right here, he looks very defensive and angry. He doesn't look like he's approachable. Like you can't approach that person. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, maybe you have a stability in your life somewhere where you're stable. Maybe you have a nice job or a nice career. Maybe you have your own place, but there's this part of you that yearns for love, yearns for compassion, yearns for some kind of commitment. I feel like I'm dealing with single Libras right now. That's the energy that I'm picking up on, is single Libras, or you're dating around, but you're trying to find somebody that is going to match you, that you're going to enjoy. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're sitting here like, I don't know why I'm not finding the right people, or you feel like you're wasting your time in relationships. There's this part of you that feels like you're afraid of what decisions might go wrong. So you're afraid that you might make the wrong decision. There's something definitely here. So let's get some clarifiers here for my Libras. Yeah, I feel like, again, very single and working on yourself. But again, it feels like this long journey that you've had to do maybe by yourself, and you just wish that you could find somebody that could give that to you. It's like you're waiting for a soulmate or somebody that you can just connect with, right? On a deep level. And maybe you go out with people, and maybe you make friends, maybe you're trying to put yourself out there, but you're having a difficulty in finding somebody. It's like there's just this, it's like you're constantly waiting. You're constantly waiting for somebody new. And that's it. It's like you're in that waiting energy, but you're in this like, don't come near me because I've been hurt before kind of a vibe. So when men or women or whoever is wanting to approach you, Libra, you give off this like friendly vibe, but then there's something about you that stops people from asking for your number or stops people from really wanting to like get to know you. It's almost like there's this wall kind of, right? It's almost like, oh, I don't know about this person. This person seems like and it's like it's hard to pinpoint it. Nobody can quite put their finger on it because I'm having a hard time myself, but it's like you come off very defensive. You come off very, and it's not like you're acting defensive necessarily, but it's your body language. It's the body language that you're giving off to people. It's like a subconscious wound that's coming up that everyone can kind of sense when they want to approach you in a romantic way. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of disappointments, a lot of heartaches. I'm also getting again that you've had like maybe two significant breakups or two significant individuals that could have hurt you in some way that kept you from really experiencing yourself or really being completely vulnerable again in a connection. And it's really difficult for you because it feels like you've repeated this pattern once or twice or so, and it really hurts you to think that maybe that you can't find somebody special because of that. So some of you guys are afraid that maybe you're just gonna die alone, like making the joke like, oh, I'm just gonna be a cat lady, right? That's what I'm gonna do now. I'm just gonna be a cat lady. Because there's a part of you that's almost content with being alone because you just feel like it's just like you repel love, but you want it so desperately. And I feel like you voiced that. And maybe you've even told people like, oh, this is what I'm looking for when you go on dates and stuff. And it's like they don't call you back or it doesn't go anywhere truly. And it's just heartbreaking for you guys because you feel like, why? I'm doing everything in my power. And some of you guys feel like, I'm getting here too, there's beliefs that you have towards people that you want. Like, for instance, oh, this person's way out of my league, but how do you know? How do you really know that? It's kind of hard to judge who is and isn't out of our league. Where it feels like a lot of you guys have just had so much disappointment and hurt that you don't know what to do anymore. Yeah, some of you guys have just made a decision saying, well, if it's meant to be, it'll be, and somebody will come towards me when it's the right time. But it's also like, again, it's this energy that you have. It's not like there's anything wrong with you. It's not your looks. It's not who you are as a person, but it's this wound that you have from previous partners or even parents or something in the past that have hurt you that has caused you to be kind of closed off. So people they can feel that, even if they don't know how to word that. But even when you say, oh, well, somebody will come back, it's like you go back and forth with this idea. You know, it's like you're in and out of dating. Maybe you go out, date for a little bit, and then you just kind of go back in and don't do much, and then you go back out and date a little bit, and then you go back in, right? It's like this kind of on-off maybe situation here. But it feels like a lot of you guys are in this process of healing this, working through this, and I just get this feeling too that you're on the path of deciding whether or not you can find Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, right? There's something here where you just want to be with somebody that is going to connect with you on a deeper level, who's going to be there for you. But again, it's the beliefs that you have towards people. It's the defensiveness that you feel when you get too close to somebody. You maybe want to like try and push somebody away, or you self-sabotage it, right? You start fights for no reason, and just so you can try and push that person away. It's like there's some kind of habits or some kind of beliefs that you have that's really keeping you from really finding the right person for you. So let's pull the Alice in Wonderland Oracle for any like additional messages. We have nature, communication, flower energies, fairy energies, elemental messengers. We also have falling, the unknown, descend, momentum, and change. Curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. And then we also have wake up, it's your moment. So Libra, I feel like for a lot of you, it's also just like, it's your body language. Work on your body language and pay attention to other people's body language. I feel like with nature communication, it's like natural for us to read each other's body language. It takes us a split second to register everyone's body language before they even speak. So it's like pay attention to that, because I feel like something is subtle about your body language that is repelling people away, especially when it comes to all of these changes that you are feeling. I feel like a lot of you guys feel overburdened, and you just wish that you would have somebody to share that burden with, or somebody that would be there for you, like to have a rock, right? To have some kind of support. And it's coming at it from a sense of need, which I feel like is propelling people away from you, because nobody wants to have that burden on them, right? So when people can sense that you have a burden, and say that, for instance, and I'm not saying that you're a negative person, but sometimes when we feel burdened, or when we have a lot of stress, we can kind of show that negative energy, and nobody wants to necessarily be around negative people besides other negative people that feed off of it. So I feel like you're in this process of letting that part of you go, so that you can experience joy again, so that you can experience happiness again. Because I feel like you guys are unknowingly propelling people away from you, because there's a part of you that is afraid of getting hurt again. You have all these misbeliefs and all of these different types of situations that has molded you into this type of energy that is coming off from people. Now, when we have curiouser and curiouser, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're discovering the weird side of yourself, the more curious side. It's also like, come at with people with curiosity. Instead of being afraid that this person's going to hurt me, come at it from, okay, I'm going to take things slow. I don't have to speed through the dating scene. I don't have to put everything out there on the table right away. Leave some mystery. Be more quiet. If you talk a lot during the relationship or during like the dates, slow down your talking, listen to the other person, get curious about the other person, because that they will tell you who they are by you just listening to them, through their body language, through the way they talk, what they're saying. And then it's also not only that, but when you get to see what makes that person tick, you can see the red flags. You can see things clearer now, because you're paying more attention to the reality of that person than an image that we automatically start to form when we see people. And so that's something that a lot of people do, and it really messes us up, especially with like air signs. And because Libra is so adaptable to other relationships and to other people, it's very easy for you guys to lose yourselves in relationships. It's very easy for you guys to get caught up in the fantasy of a person, and besides the other individual, like who they truly are. And so when you can learn to stay more grounded in yourself and pay attention to how they're treating you, how they're talking, what they're saying, how they're how they are as a whole, then you're going to get a better clear if this person is worth investing in or if this person's going to hurt you like the last person. But that is kind of the only advice that I can really give you guys. I'm sorry that these things have happened to you. I hope that this doesn't offend anybody. But again, when we've had trauma or when we've gone through difficult things, we can kind of show that side of ourselves that's vulnerable, that is injured, and people pick up on it. So what we need to do is we need to learn to heal and work through that so that you don't provoke people that are going to hurt you again. Because if you feel wounded and everyone else around you can sense that wound, bad people or people that don't have the bestest intention for you will exploit you. And I don't want that for anybody. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Keep working on yourself, keep healing, and know that you are worthy of love. Thank you so much. Bye.